from the basic principles of COBIT, which was the main driver for this standard to be created. Perfect. Business requirements is the correct choice. A branch of corporate governance that focuses on information systems technology as well as performance and risk management is called. Good job. Your answer, information technology. Governance works well here. Which of the following should be the most important consideration when deciding on priority areas for implementing its governance? Sharp thinking. Business risk is the right choice. One framework, which is a framework containing best practices for governance and management of information technology, is Clear Logic. Your choice COBIT 5 is sound and 100% true. The following are one of the dimensions in measuring governance objectives in the IT-related goals stage, except excellent. External is a brilliant choice. It is the review of organization chart, job descriptions, password controls, and physical access controls. Exactly. Test of control makes sense and it is right choice. What type of security control framework should be followed by teams to protect against threats? Well done. ISO 23701 is the right choice. The following are some examples of disasters, which is included in the system failure category. Bravo! Power outage is the answer. Which of the following is an important consideration while planning for its security governance? You chose multi-layered security measures, and it is correct. Following are the project committees and teams in the project organizational structure, except. Right again. Project Pricing Committee is a valid answer. Effective IT governance will ensure that the IT plan is consistent with the organizations. Smart Pick. Business plan is the correct choice. Instructions regarding requesting enterprise application access rights are in the document. Good thinking. IT policy is the right answer. If we half-heartedly implemented governance, what will happen to the organization company? Correct. Overwhelmed is the right answer. What is the process of decision-making and the process by which decisions are implemented? Smart move. Governance is an accurate answer. Which factors should be taken into account to ensure that IT governance is truly effective? You're right. Regular stakeholder review is the correct answer. International standards related to certification related to information technology, namely. Well-reasoned. ISO 27701 is the correct choice. What is the most widely used programming language in artificial intelligence development? Correct response. Python is the most accurate answer. Key considerations for is auditors reviewing an organization's IT project portfolio are on track. Business plan is the correct answer. Which of the following is used to monitor financial compliance in IT-related decisions? Valid point. Audit steering committee is true. How should uncertainty in a risk management system be dealt with in an IT environment? Great job. Reduction is the accurate answer. Bonus question: which domain in COBIT explains budget, identification, and allocation? Solid response. Deliver and support is a valid choice. What is referred as the rules and regulations under which its department functions? Right choice. Its governance is the best answer. What is not a governance objective in realizing value creation for the company is? Nicely done. Market optimization is a solid answer. Contact center for disruptions and/or requests related to its services can be via. Excellent choice. It's Service Desk Tokomsat. Cool. It is the right answer. What should be the basis of financial decisions taken while governing its usage? Well picked. Cost-benefit analysis is the correct answer. Regulations passed by the board of directors in a particular field are called. Or strong choice. CRARE is the right answer. What is the primary goal of incident response plans and procedures for it? Nice selection. Containment and recovery is the correct and valid answer. Which principles are important for corporate governance and management? Ooh. Great thinking. Activating a holistic approach is the right choice. Below are internal stakeholders in its governance and management, except. You got it. Your choice of managers is right. Which practice will not help encourage desired behavior in a company? Nice work. You chose issue escalation procedures, and it is correct. Select in SQL what result do you get when you write the code. Right choice. 3 is the best answer. It is considered to be the root cause of evil within our societies. Excellent. Bad governance is a brilliant choice, which is not one of the basic principles of information security. Well done. Sustainability is the right choice. Which of the following is not an information technology resource? Great job. Funds finance is the accurate answer. Bonus question: which domain in COBIT explains change management? Excellent choice. Acquire and implement is the right answer. Conditions for using passwords in the strong category, namely. Well reasoned. All true is the correct choice. Which of the following best supports NUIT project priorities? Right again. Investment portfolio analysis is a valid answer. What is one key risk a company will face without its governance? Nice work. You chose poor delivery of services, and it is correct. The main objective of implementing corporate governance is to sharp thinking. Provide strategic direction is the right choice. What is the first step of the process in its risk management? Correct. Identification and assessment is the right answer. Do you remember the maturity level position in PBK in 2020? Correct response. 3.513.75 is the most accurate answer. What are the 3 categories you score in a risk assessment? Well picked. Impact likelihood score is the correct answer. Which is an important concept of governance of technology? Solid response. Transparency is a valid choice. What is your last step in an engagement before reporting? Nice selection. Document the plan is the correct and valid answer. What are the three biggest components of machine learning? You're right. Data model learning is the correct answer. What is the Greek verb of the word governance? Bravo. Crawled is the answer. The carve owned by the IT and digital subunit is good thinking. Information technology security is the right answer. At what level are input and output defined? Clear logic. Your choice process is sound and 100% true. What is not a component of IT governance? Smart pick. Value added is the correct choice. What is not a part of the IT framework? On track. Management approval is the correct answer. The controls for fault tolerance are nicely done. Raiden Ups is a solid answer. How many domains are there in COBIT? You chose 34, and it is correct. Who are the internal stakeholders? You got it. Your choice business process owner is right. Below are COBIT domains, except valid point. Plan and design is true. What is standard 2110 for? Great thinking. Governance is the right choice. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. Good job. Your answer contact Narayan Changda works well here.